And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Long Dark. Our character is a bit thirsty. And now it comes down to the weather, I suppose. So if the weather is decent, we're going to go this way. The weather is terrible, we can go the other way. This is decent weather. This might be something enough to actually start a fire. No. So in this part, assuming I get reasonably successful with searching, we'll hopefully find enough scrap metal, a couple wires, and the battery we need to repair the radio tower. Okay, taking the corner here a little wide just in case the bear is active. I know the bear spawn is active, I'm just not sure if the bear has respawns as killed at last. Doesn't look like it, but could always be wrong. Yeah, I don't see the bears. I suspect it hasn't respawned yet. We're a little short on water. So I think I'll take the time to cook a little bit more of this meat. And make a little bit of water while we're here. Anyway, we got enough time to definitely make this water as well. Down the hatch goes the water. Yeah, I got a couple places I'm thinking of checking around the town to find, well, to find some wires and to find the battery. Probably harvest one of the shelving units in the little warehouse in town to get the scrap metal. Or maybe the trailer cabin over here. We'll see in a moment. Yeah, I think that... Well, I think we already checked that human corpse. There wasn't anything interesting on it. It's like the wolf might be stalking something. Oh, I noticed, so I'm not scared. Here's another wolf. I guess this is why walking around with a lit torch, even if you don't necessarily need it for warmth, is always nice. It just means you have something ready to deal with the wolves that you come across. Okay, I think I had the mic muted for that sneeze. Don't like that we suddenly going very slow to the wind blowing in our face, but initially it shouldn't be a problem. As long as it doesn't take the torch. No, it took the torch. Of course it took the torch. So there's the cabin. I'm thinking about checking the trailer cabin. It's likely got a shelf that's a good target for hacksawing apart. And it may have a couple wires. Don't think it has a battery. Could be wrong. Might have a battery.
My fingers feel numb.
Back inside. We got the workbench.
I need to drop something.
Put the field dressing on the table because we're not going to use it at this point. So yeah, there's a metal shelf in here that we can harvest for scrap metal. It's knocked over, so it's... Well, there probably are ways to make that into a better looking one with the current base redesigning DLC, but no, we're going to just harvest it for scrap metal. So now we have enough scrap. So now we're looking for wires and one power battery. Apparently no luck with wires in here. Okay, next spot to check is the church. I think I remember one wire being in the church. The church is probably going to be pretty quick in and out. Oh, there's a wolf between us and where we want to go.
Something's gotta go.
I think I got past that wolf without getting spotted by it. so it's soda. Came in here expecting a wire, and we found a soda instead. Oh, and magnifying lens I hadn't noticed earlier.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
While it wasn't the find I was expecting, found some interesting finds nonetheless. Okay, I think the next place I'm going to check is the homestead. Always nice in high wind conditions to be walking with the wind. Almost always feels like it changes to be blowing in your face whenever you notice it's windy, but sometimes you get lucky, like right now, and it's actually a tailwind.
I might have to drop some gear.
Let's see. I don't think that's going to be in a spot where we can keep a lit fire, but... if we can, then lots and lots of PRs. And nature gives you food. Take advantage of it. "32 minutes. 32 minutes. Okay. Basically get all the meat off in that amount of time, so let's do that.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Minutes. Let's get the meat off of wolf carcass. Okay. Hides next. Yeah, I thought there was one really small one in there. So I was taking the moment to look at them before just shoving them on the fire. Okay, 32 minutes. Hide next. Oh, that's a blizzard. We might be in wind shelter here. Which we are means we're just gonna keep cooking.
Kind of heavy.
That's the partial. We want to cook a full one. Okay. I feel like the wind direction changed when we lost the fire. Yeah, wind direction changed when we lost the fire. Alright. I probably have enough fuel left in that fire. We can quickly harvest the rest of the meat off, or less the guts off of the wolf over here. Will be a bit cold, but should be able to safely run over to the farmstead. Or we freeze. Uncooked meat, add my inventory, please.
Too heavy.
So we've got the scrap metal we need. Looking for the battery, looking for wires. Memory serves, there were wires in the farmstead over here. So if I get lucky, we'll just be down the battery, and that'll be what we're looking for come post-blizzard.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Paradise Meadow Farms. The battery is in here.
Goddamn
We're taking a
freezing.
quick glance around. Got some replacement fuses we don't need. We'll replace the fuses. Fuse. There's a warp. And yeah, I think it was 3 wires, so if we can find one more wire, we're good.
Something's gotta go.
Taking one quick look around. We've looted this place before, but I specifically ignored the radio repair equipment, so the wire should be wherever we found them if we found them. Yeah, you can tell I've been here because the spare pots and pans are all on the stove. Oh, maybe I was wrong when I remember there being more wires here. There are definitely fuses. We've kind of caught a couple fuses, but that's not what we're looking for. I want to repair my rabbit equipment? That wouldn't be the end of the world. Oh, obviously, leave the pile of guts behind, and the hides behind. Could settle in to try to sleep out the storm, I suppose. Or I could just run through the storm again. Might just go for the run through the storm option approach. So yeah, at this point I think we've finished searching this location once more. Actually a little bit disappointed in what we saw here. Was expecting more. Apparently it's mostly the stuff we already had. Quick search of the outside. More fuses. I'll go ahead and grab back up to 3 fuses just to have them, because we'll probably want them for Pleasant Valley as well. Oops, that's a corner we can't cross over. There we go, there's no space. Barbed wire fence. At least when properly maintained, actually works as a fence.
Can't feel my hands.
So our character's getting a little bit cold in the blizzard. It is a blizzard after all. But that's not necessarily worrying, because we're so close to the remains of civilization here.
felt so cold in my life.
Okay, should be a building up on the hill here. Yeah. This one's a little bit more like a warehouse building. With shelves and stuff. Better pails, we needed metal. Strange. Would have expected more wires. Okay, well, we'll take a moment to warm up here before we continue pushing through the town. We'll sleep an hour to get some fatigue back as well. Okay. Into the next house. I'm not expecting the generic houses like this are probably not going to have a battery. May have scrap metal. And apparently there's a carrot there.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
So yeah, this is obviously one of the houses I have not searched yet. Based on the level of loot that I'm coming across. So if I'm so lucky at loot, I'm suspecting there won't be anything left, anything in the rest of the house at this point. Unless I got incredibly lucky.
Is it food or...
Well, maybe I'm just incredibly lucky and I keep finding stuff. No luck on any long johns. I think they're most common in bathrooms and suitcases. They are pretty rare on Interloper. Or at least I'm finding them rare, fairly rare on Interloper. What they are or not might be a different thing.
I need to drop something.
Yeah, house is boarded up. I haven't been working front. That house is boarded up. I think that one's boarded up. Yeah. Check the bank next. I'm tempted to jinx myself and say that we'll almost certainly find a wire in here, but I think we're almost certainly going to find a wire in here. Don't think we're going to find the battery, but could be wrong. I missed a tin of coffee. All the things to miss. A tin of coffee.
I might have to drop some gear.
Yep, I think I jinxed myself. I brought up the fact that I think I was going to find a wire in here. And promptly don't find a wire. The deposit boxes here, probably one of the more common places on Interloper to find cash.
Hope I can still eat this.
So cash is pretty rare on Interloper. Yep, as I said, one of the better places to find cash. Am I going to do anything with the cash? No. Cash can be used as tinder. So really early game, it's really bad tinder. After early game, and once you're on like fire starting 3, you just don't need it. Okay, so we found some cash. And leave some cash on the floor next to the cash we found earlier. Okay, newspaper in the trash can is not that surprising, I suppose.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, so at this point, again, we're looking for, I think, 1 wire and some batteries. Well, this is maybe not the best time to be looking for a battery, because if we find it, we're not going to want to move around with it in a blizzard.
Could end up being
Swing
useful.
primer isn't a complete waste of time. Oh, nice to know this is where the radio kit is here for the Sutherland.
Too much stuff to carry.
That one's boarded up. Okay, I'm gonna go and try to wait out the storm, sleep out the storm by recovering fatigue. That way you can use daylight during the search in the buildings to save on some lantern fuel. I guess this is one of the buildings I can reasonably navigate in the dark. At least to the bed. I have enough practice with that.
too heavy.
Okay, well let's, assuming the weather is decent-ish, let's go install that scrap metal. And check to see if I do in fact need 3 wires, if 2 is enough.
I'm not
There's a
sure
decent
I
number
can
of
carry much
cars in Mystery Lake, and trucks and stuff, so we'll keep looking to see if we can find a car battery. But I don't see the point in delaying installing the stuff that we have, just to be able to walk around a little bit faster. Here, scrap metal parts. Did have the right amount, so see our guy does bend metal and magically fix it. Bending it. And we're pulling it free.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Oh, and it was just 2 wires, so we had enough wires, okay. So yeah, the only thing we're short is the car battery. And I'm pretty sure I didn't leave a car battery around here. Supply bin would have been a reasonable place for it to have been, but it's not a supply bin.
I'm freezing.
Trying to think of what spots in the map that would be thematic for it to be hidden. We haven't checked yet. Might be able to check the outside the gas station. That would be a reasonable place for it to be. We're going to check the inside and it wasn't there. Hop in here a moment to warm up. Oh, apparently I haven't searched this building yet. Saw the Canadian flag and decided it'd be a building worth searching. Can opener. I don't think we need a can opener. Or do I need the salt? But I'll
I'm
grab
gonna have
the
to leave
salt.
something behind.
Okay.
This stuff will come in handy.
Decent little socks are not bad. Not what we need this late in the game, but not a bad find otherwise. Probably not an improvement over what we currently got on. Yeah, no. But then that's because we've been keeping our current stuff in decent repair. Rabbit getting the short end of the stick.
I need to drop something.
Yeah, so there's a couple different places the car battery could be. I haven't checked.
Can't feel my feet.
Oh, that's not it. Looking at the time, this is probably where I should go ahead and put a part break-ins. I might use the loading screen of walking into the gas station as a save. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All I can think about it.
So I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll be trying to find the battery in the next part. So everything, well, there will probably be a part up tomorrow because we're going to try to record at least one more part tonight, if not two. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break to just stretch and drink a little bit of tea and then get right back to recording. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.